Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about today's video because we are going to do our first bookstore shopping vlog together. I wanted to do this vlog because actually this weekend is my Bachelorette weekend. Woo! And honestly, it stresses me out a ton. I am not used to being the center of attention. Also, I'm not very bridal in the traditional sense. I don't really enjoy going over the top. I'm much more casual, so to kind of ease my nerves about all of that, I am going to go book shopping before the weekend even kicks off. We are headed up to Charlottesville, Virginia, and it is just such a cute little mountain town. We're going to have like a winery day tomorrow and everything, but my sister and I are going to get up there early, and there are 3 used bookstores within a half mile. So we are just going to bop around, and I'm so looking forward to it. It makes me so much calmer to know that I'm going to do something that brings me a ton of joy. I'm sure the rest of the weekend will, but I just get nervous about it. I'm sure somebody can relate. But first, before we get going to Charlottesville, I wanted to show you all this gift that 2 of my bridesmaids, who happen to be my 2 book club besties, they were so kind and thoughtful, and I cannot express this enough, that when you are kind of in your wedding era, you are just joint as it should be. Thinking about things that the 2 of you can use, but for this weekend, I really wanted things just for like, that make me happy, and traditionally those aren't things that are joint gifts. I really like books and things to do with books, so they just got me 6 books, and they had my fiance take pictures of my bookshelves because I buy so many books. It's hard to know which ones I have and which ones I don't, so my fiance sent them a picture of all of the books on my shelf, and they were able to go out and kind of think about what I would like, and got me more romance books, and that was just, it was so thoughtful. I can't say that enough. So I'm going to show you all what they already got me. So the first book was Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. This is an OG book talk book. I've heard such good things about it, and Christina Lauren still hasn't done me wrong. So I cannot wait to get into this. I'm assuming that it is friends to lovers maybe. And I'm just so excited. It's so cute. I can't wait. Next, The Long Game by Elena Armas. We all know that this just came out, so that was so exciting, and I had it in my cart multiple times and just put it back because I knew I wasn't going to get to it anytime soon, but now that I have it, I probably will be more likely to. I've heard pretty good things about this so far, and for Elena Armas, this is a much shorter one of her books, so I'm really looking forward to getting into this. Next, The Secret Bridesmaid by Katie Burchell. This is a story about a woman whose main job is just to be a bridesmaid and fill in as somebody's bridesmaid. So I think that it is just perfect for the wedding season. It's not typically a plot that I would look into, but it also sounds kind of funny and fun for this season of my life. So just very thoughtful. It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. This is also an OG book talk book, and I have not read a single Tessa Bailey book. I know, don't put me in jail, but now that I have it, I kind of want to get into it. I know that it's more of a summer read, but I feel like Tessa Bailey is just evergreen and you can read it whenever. So my friend Sophia loves Tessa Bailey, so I feel like I need to read this specifically for her. Twisted Love by Anna Wong. I have started the King of Pride series. I don't know if that has a specific name, but I'd never read the Twisted series, so I know that Diana really enjoyed this book and that entire series. So I'm hesitant because some people say that they don't really enjoy this one that much, but they really enjoy the others, so I just need to read this and hopefully fall in love with it. Anna Wong's writing and her premises have been really good. I say that and I've read one of her books, but the one that I read was fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to it. This is just another classic that I have not gotten around to. And then lastly, In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. This has been on my TBR for so long, and I have Love Light Farms by her, and I plan to read it in Christmas this year. So I'm so excited to have this. I know she just came out with a 3rd one, but this just, it's so cute. Like, her covers are absolutely stunning, so I cannot wait to have this one and just get into it. I've heard really good things about her writing. And so those are all the books that my book club besties got me. I love that they are in this part of my life in my bridal era, but then also get to hang out with them and talk about books. So I'm just very thankful for them and that they were so thoughtful in getting me just a ton of books because they are what bring me a ton of joy. So you might be thinking, Brooke, since you already got 6 books, doesn't that mean you really don't need to go book shopping? Let's not be crazy. I'm still going to go, and I think I'm going to have a great time, especially because used bookstores, I kind of just go in and I don't really have a list. I mean, it's all vibes. It's what kind of deal can I find. It's very much like treasure hunting, and I'm just so excited. I've never been to any of these bookstores, and they look so cute. They have really good reviews, so I am very excited to get into it. So let's head to Charlottesville. Hi there everyone, it is a few days later, but I am back and I had a great time, but I wanted to give you all a book haul from my book trip around Charlottesville. As you all saw, I went into 4 different bookstores, which was really exciting. I went into 3 used bookstores and 1 new bookstore. As you saw, some of the selection really wasn't what I was necessarily looking for, so I found a few good books, but I already had copies of them, as you might be able to tell, but I had a few good ones. So first, the only used book that I got was from Daedalus, and that was the bookshop that had just absolutely insane stacks everywhere. I mean, in cubbies, down the stairs, it was a whole labyrinth. In the basement, I felt like that was a place I could genuinely be haunted, but it was so cool. So in the basement, I found a copy of Really Good Actually by Monica Heisey. I believe this is one of the writers from Schitt's Creek, and I haven't actually watched that show, but I've heard that it's hilarious, so I am really hoping that this book does the same thing. And I think it will, because if you are looking at the cover and you see makeup just streaming down this woman's face, but she's saying really good actually, I mean, like, that's my kind of humor, so I'm really hoping that I enjoy this book. And then the other 2 books that I got were from the New Dominion bookshop, and that bookshop was so cute. I didn't get any footage on the inside because basically nobody was there except for the shopkeeper, so I felt a little odd. But it was so beautiful. I would definitely recommend checking it out if you're in the Charlottesville area. However, I did recall why I never buy new books. They are extremely expensive, so that is just so unfortunate, honestly. I recommend buying used, thrifted all the time. But it was my Bachelorette weekend, so I treated myself. First, I picked up a copy of The Cloisters by Katie Hayes. I'm listening to this as an audiobook right now through Libby, and I am still trying to figure out if I'm enjoying it or not, but I love the cover so much. It was very hard for me to not want to just get this right away, so I made myself listen to it, and I think that I could like it, so I went ahead and grabbed it. It's just stunning, honestly. And what's interesting is that if I would have gotten it through Book of the Month, when you become, I guess, their friend level, you get add-ons for $11.99, and this paperback was $17.99. How crazy is that? And then the other book that I picked up was The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I am genuinely so intimidated by this book. I read the small summary on the back of the book, and I mean, that itself took so much brain power for me to get through. So I think that when I read this, I'm going to have to maybe listen to it as an audiobook as well, or just understand that it's going to take me some time to get through this one, because I think it is worth it, but I think that it will just take a lot more energy to get through. And those are the 3 books that I got while I was book shopping this weekend. Honestly, I was thinking that I was going to do a bit more damage than I did. It's probably good that I didn't, considering the amount of books that I have got in September. My September haul is going to be absolutely insane, so stay tuned for that video because you're gonna see a lot of books. But, oh, let me share something too. These 2 books alone, because they were new, were $37.50. My book outlet orders for 6 or 7 books. It's like $37. So that is my comparison point. For others, maybe they really like new books, but for me, that was just very alarming, honestly, that was that much. But that's okay. Again, I was treating myself. I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to go to Second and Charles this upcoming weekend to kind of make up for my disappointing used book trip. So yeah, maybe we'll do another Second and Charles book shopping vlog this weekend and try to find a couple of more better deals on books. That's what I'm really looking for. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed kind of going with me as I went around these Charlottesville bookstores. I hope that it was fun, and I will see you all in the next one.